What's up, guys? Welcome back to this daily talk that I do. Just got back from the gym. Just got back from Books A Million. I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. I want this talk to be short and sweet. This is an important one. I hope that the majority of you, my subscribers, will listen to this. I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited. I want to get down to it. I want to develop. So, grab your bag of spinach, grab your kale, join me. So, let me get my notes. I had a good day today. Just got back, I think I might say this right, from working out. I actually ran into one of my subscribers, real cool kid. I ran into him at the gym today. And I didn't even know he watches me, and he's like, dude, I've been watching your YouTube videos. And I'm just like, oh my god, thank you, man. That's super cool to hear. So today was good. Did some learning, did some thinking, spent some time alone. Went to the bookstore. I bought my girlfriend that book called The Alchemist. You guys probably heard of it. Yeah, you have heard of it. I have a video about the graphic novel. So we're going to start. Warren Buffett was asked, he did an interview with Jay-Z, and I believe it was the CEO of Forbes magazine, and he did an interview with them, and he was asked one of the keys to success. And Warren Buffett said, the key to success is to not make a lot of mistakes. The key to success is to not make a lot of mistakes. Right from Warren Buffett himself, one of the richest men in the world, billionaire, guys. To not make a lot of mistakes. How do we not make a lot of mistakes? Okay. How do we avoid making a lot of mistakes in our life? Now, we've talked about reading. We've talked about learning from the best, okay? People that have gone 10, 20, 30 years learning from people 1,000 years ago that have already made the mistakes, so we don't have to make them. We've learned about that. We know that's solid advice. Now, another way, let's think of another way that we can avoid making mistakes. And when it comes to mistakes, when it comes to starting something, there's a couple things I want to hit on, but I think I'll start here. When it comes to starting something, a lot of times it's easy just to jump in, to get very excited, to get very pumped for whatever we're doing, and to jump right in, to begin that new, to become, start that new project, start that new training program, start that new diet, start that new business, start that new book, start this new habit that we're trying to develop. Start something new, okay, without really developing a habit. So, oftentimes we fail and we make mistakes. Ty Lopez is using an example of a baseball player. When we're trying to hit a home run, Okay, if you're swinging your bat every time you step up to plate, you're swinging your bat to hit a home run every single time, you're either going to hit a ball, you're going to either hit the ball, smash it out of the park, or you're going to just completely miss because you're going up there with such intensity, you're swinging with such force. I played baseball, I know this to be true. It takes concentration, and when you're really just angry and you're trying to smash that ball, you lose some accuracy. You're giving up accuracy for that strength. So whenever it comes to progress, when it comes to doing things, we want to avoid making mistakes by failing to develop habits. By failing to start something, right? What does it say? The quickest way is a straight line. Between 2 points is a straight line. So, if we're going and we just fall off because we failed to develop a habit, that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. So, today, about developing habits. Developing a habit, I want you guys to develop a habit with me. Because today I'm going to choose something that is my new habit that I will do, and we want to look at time frames. Okay? We want to look at time frames from the one thing, right? Research shows that the amount of time it takes to develop a habit on average is 66 days. Okay? For some it's shorter, for some it's longer, but on average we're looking at 66 days. So if you can start something today, man, 66 days, that is going to become easier. That is going to become a habit. Okay, Peter F. Drucker says the average business, and remember, time frames are very important. So that we can gauge, okay, I'm starting today, I can expect by here, I can, use my willpower, I can self-discipline, put discipline, focus discipline into completing this in this time frame. Peter F. Drucker said, in business, 18 months. He likes to say 18 months to developing a new habit, new business when it comes to business. So that's a lot longer than 66 days, but imagine 18 months of something, right? If you're just starting to work out, in 18 months, I guarantee you will have a physique better than 90, let's say, man, in 18 months you have a better physique than 99% of people. 100% you will have a better physique if you do the steps, okay? If you work out properly, if you eat properly, if you're putting progressive overload on your muscles, each week you're tracking yourself. I talked to someone today about tracking progress, and he just kind of was turned off by the idea because it's another step. It's a little bit more stress. But if you're not tracking your progress, then you're really just, how can you know if you're progressing? If you have nothing to look back on and then say, okay, the next step, the next one thing is to do this, is to add this 2.5 pound plate, is to add 50, 100 more calories. What's the next thing? So tracking is very important. Doing the right thing in 18 months, you will have developed a great physique. In 18 months, your business will be, if you do the steps necessary, you will see the profit. You will see the fruits of your labor. In 18 months, man, you can do a lot in 18 months. You can do a lot in 66 days. That's over 2 months, man. You can do a lot in 1 month, right? 1 month, man. January. How excited we get over new months. It's here. I'm ready to conquer this month. It's a fresh start. Man, I'm like that every week. I'm like that every day. But, yeah, man, I'm like that every week. People are like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, I gotta go back to work. I'm like, yes, it's Monday. Let's go. What new book can I start? Right? How in my routine, how much more efficient can I be? How much more focus can I bring to this week? I get excited, man. If we're developing new habits, man, get excited. We got 2 months. 2 months, right? Almost 8 weeks plus. Let's break it down and get excited. Man, 66 days. Today we're going to develop a habit. I want you guys to pick a habit with me. All you that are following me, we're going to join together. We're going to develop a new habit. I don't care where you are in life, all right? There's room for growth. There's things that you think about that you want to develop. It doesn't got to be something crazy, right? I want you to start thinking now for the rest of this talk. What's one thing? Let's ask, we can do that. Or we can, you can ask yourself, what's the one thing that by doing such will make everything else easier or unnecessary? And you just hold that thought in your head, okay? Work some stuff out wherever you are, in your business, in your goals in life, okay? With your family, with your friends, at home, financially, reading, getting smarter, school. What's the one thing? Okay? But then there's other things that we might, the 4 pillars. We want to bring up our physique a little bit, our fitness. So in that area, okay? Whatever it is that's important to you. Maybe it's your relationship. Whatever it is that's important to you. Maybe you could spend a little more time with your husband or wife. Okay? So we're going to develop a new habit. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited because it works. Alright? It works. It's rewarding. If we put in the effort, it works. And I want to talk about, I'm really excited to talk about this. I'll get to it in a second. But about going slow, about not swinging the bat for a home run every time. Okay? We want to approach things. We want to build them up first so then we can move up the levels. We can get to this level. We can put in the 66 days. After that 66 days, it's a little bit easier. The habit is there. Our brains expect, boom, now we go up. What's next? Let's put in another 66 days. Double down. Holy shit. Ingrain that, man. Make it strong. Imagine, guys. Imagine we expect so much to happen so quickly, but none of us wants to, like I've said, remember the time frame. Really, 2 months. Have you been doing abs for 2 months straight? Have you been doing cardio for 2 months straight? No, and it's easy. Have you been like approaching girls for 2 months straight? And no, a couple nights out talking to girls, that's not a big deal, man. Tyler from RSD, 10 years he went out. 10 years this guy went out. Okay, that's how you develop. That's how you develop, when you have these time frames slowly but surely with accuracy, not just jumping in and the water's too cold and I'm jumping out. No, we're jumping in, right? We're diving deep, man. We're developing. So, baby steps, okay? The key to success is to not make too many mistakes. There's coming from the richest man, because if we go in and we fail, if we go in and we don't stick to developing, then we're pushing that rock up the hill and it's just coming back on us, okay? We're pushing up, and it's coming back. We're almost to the top, and then Jerry Seinfeld, he was asked, I said this before, how do you become a great comedian? Jerry Seinfeld said, I write jokes every day. That's how you become, write jokes. And he had a calendar that he would, day 1, January 1st, X, he wrote a joke. 2nd, wrote a joke, X. Day 3, X. Day 4, X, and so on, so on. Okay, and he said, I do not break that chain. And when you start going, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, that's 1 week. And then you do another week, and then another week, and then another week. It's hard here. It's very hard when you're here. But you keep going, you don't break that chain. That's the most important. Don't. Don't break the chain. Got chocolate all over my hands. Don't eat the spinach. Don't break the chain. And when you get to January, the end of it, coming up to February, you look back and you got a month. You got a month of doing something that other people aren't. Of doing a new habit. However old you are, 23, a new habit's built, man. You're starting to form a new habit. You look back, I didn't have that for this 23 years. I wasn't doing that. That wasn't that level of stress, right? My body wasn't accustomed to until I put in these 66 days. That's what I want to talk to you about next. This is a cool kind of thing that dawned on me today. I don't know if you've ever looked at it like this. I had never looked at it like this until today. Now, I was saying we keep going, right? We're pushing that rock up the hill. This is our hill, okay? We begin something new. We're pushing a rock up a hill, man. We start out. And this is what I discovered. Whenever we start out a habit, how am I going to label this? Alright, let's label the hill habit. The very top. Right here. This is the habit. Look at that. There's a flag on top. A flag of habit. Reach the habit, man. Okay? We go through many of these. We need many good habits. We got to collect these flags, right? We have to have many of these flags in our pocket. Man, you can tell a dude that has built many good habits, right? That's what successful people look like. That's what awesome people look like. They got a lot of these flags, all right? Their life has been one of these at a time. You don't gotta get all these at once, man. Life is about taking this, pushing this rock, right? As when you push the rock up this hill, I'm going with this. Look, boom, boom. Got this guy, starts out. Here's the rock. And this is a huge fucking rock, right? We do this thing every day. This is our rock that we chip away at. And this is what I'm getting at. This is stress. This is a new stimulus, right? This is a new stressor that is in our life. This is a new stimulus that has never been in our life. Well, it might have been, but then we stopped. Okay? So we're inviting, what's the word? We are welcoming a new stressor into our life. So a habit is built by inviting a new stress into your life. Now, as we push this up the hill, that's very hard. It gets harder. It gets harder. There are different levels, okay? There are different levels. Let's say here's 66 days. Let's break it down. There's different levels here. Okay? There's different days that gets a little heavier. This gets a little harder. Our energy levels are a little bit down here. Okay? Right here, we don't feel so good. We don't see the results. We're not seeing the fruit. Okay? We're pushing this stress up. As we push this up, this new stressor, as we introduce this new stress into my life, check this out, guys. Okay, check this out. And this is so important to have as a framework in your mind. Okay? Keep this framework in your mind so that you can bring it forth whenever there is massive stress. From the book, The Upside of Your Dark Side, from countless people that have suffered, from prisoners of war that have endured the pain and made it out alive, right? From moms that have lost their children, from massive losses in life, massive stressors on the brain. Okay? Listen to this carefully. Oftentimes, most times, we have the tendency to underestimate our capacity to handle future stress. We underestimate our brain's capacity to handle stress. So, developing habits, right? I've never thought about it like this. Developing habits is inviting, welcoming new stress into your life. And what is a habit? When we develop that habit, when we get to here and grab that flag, what has our brain done? Our brain has become better at handling stress. Right? Our brain has it's grown. Right? When we develop a habit, you grow. It's handling stress better. For 23 years, if I develop a new habit, I've never dealt with that much stress. My body has grown used to handling stress. What else can I bring on? What else? What other stress am I more prepared for now by developing this habit? That's so cool. Okay? Oftentimes, we underestimate our capacity to handle stress. Our brain's capacity to handle stress. Look at it this way. Many of us get into breakups. Okay? We get into breakups. Before the breakup, when we feel we're in that rocky patch, we're in that rocky zone, there's a lot of fighting, we still care about the person. We think, mainly if it's us and the other person is showing kind of that indifference, we think, oh, this is going to be bad, it's going to be terrible, I'm going to miss them, they're going to be fucked by someone else, someone's going to be having them in their life, I won't see them, they won't be there for me. Right? That's how it feels, it sucks. And then the breakup happens. And it does hurt, right? This was like up here, and this rock comes crash on, this new stress. Let's go, this isn't even develop a habit for the good, or it is for the good, but this is like in a different mindset. Our brain, over time is a great healer, right? Time is a great healer because our brains get used to handling stress, and after time passes, it's numbed, right? Our brain has met us. The stress, it's met. It's like, okay, you're experiencing this amount of stress. I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to meet you there. And then that pain numbs. The pain, maybe it's there, right? We think about it. We let our minds drive us nuts. But it's not the same. Okay, we have been numbed. Right? We lose a loved one. Time goes on. We grow numb to that pain. I don't even want to say numb anymore, because that's not what we're doing. But our brain has grown to our needs. So, as far as developing habits, how freaking cool is that, man? Our brain's saying bring it. If we introduce new stress, then our brain will meet us. But the average time it takes is 66 days. So we push the stone up to here. We develop a new habit. Our brain says, okay, that's easy. One of my recent habits, I'm in the middle of a few. Meditation is one. One of the ones I think I just completed this yesterday. It's been 66 days because that's how many there were left in the pack when I started. I think it's been 2 months. Okay, it's been 2 months. Flossing, okay? I've never flossed like this long completely. Maybe that's gross. I need to do it every day, okay? I've told myself, man, just floss every day. It's healthy. Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss. Brushing your teeth has never been hard. Flossing has, okay? I'm fucking coming home from, whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, I'm tired. Bullshit, okay? Meditation's probably help with that too. Shut off your brain, get in there, floss your damn teeth. It takes you like a minute, man. And it's worth it, okay? Floss. And now it's like, I don't even think about it, because after 6 days, I'm like testament to this, man. I just do it. I just go in there. My brain is like used to the stress of getting up, going there, and like the stress, the suffering that I experienced of getting to the bathroom, getting the floss in my hand, and just fucking doing it, alright? Just doing it. Now I'm introducing a new stressor, meditation. Just sitting. It's been a month. Just sit. Okay, it's still tough. I sit there and I like catch myself drifting. How long has it been? How long has it been? And then I'm like, that's enough. Back. Get back to it, okay? Life. The good life, right? We want to develop ourselves. Let's start developing. Let's start climbing this mountain, man. Pushing that weight up. Not breaking the chains. Not letting this stress come back down on us. With this new mindset. With this new framework of, if I keep going. Okay, if I keep pushing this stress for 66 days, I'm more likely to be able to handle it. My brain has the capacity. It is very capable of handling this. And then, right, at this level, we go to a new level, right? Once we go to a new level, once we get to the 66 days, alright, 66 days, man, we climbed it. New. Climb them out, man. We climb that hill. We push the sun up. We got ourselves a new habit. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good damn feel, right? That time frame, when you can look in the mirror, how many of you have stuck with something you really wanted to do for 66 days? And you can track it, right? Tracking progress. Like I said with the workouts, track your progress for 66 days. I'm doing it, guys. Day 1. Let's start today. When you watch this video, today. And then from here, you don't even got to think about this now, right? You can think about wanting to do something for the better that's going to help you get to some massive results. That's why you want to put it in the 66 days first. The next step on here, guys, is, I'm going to say, Peter F. Drucker, 18 months. Right? You do something for 18 months, man. 18 months. You want to put on, if you want to start a new diet, okay, start a new diet. You don't want to go in with the result of, let me lose 10 pounds a month. Let me lose. Too many people do this. Too many people are such in a rush to get rid of the weight that they have put on in years. It took them years to put weight on. In my case, when I can get fat as hell in like a month, in like a week, dude. But these people have destroyed their body over years, and they expect to just lose it all in a month, in 2 months. No, this is when you start developing inside the brain. You introduce stress and start developing here. This, right, these following months is when people start noticing. When people start noticing, they don't notice this, right? Maybe. That's not the important part. This is to build the momentum. People start noticing this. Whether that be financially, whether that be in your speech, in your public speaking, whether that be in weight loss, weight training, okay? Picking up, being good socially, getting a girlfriend, right? This is the dark time. That's the hard part. This is the exterior. That's where we start seeing other people. Whoa, dude, you look good. Your arms are getting bigger. You're getting leaner. Dude, you're looking really good. Right? That's a cool place to be. I talked to someone today, friend of mine, and he's a Forex day trader. And I'm very ignorant when it comes to this stuff, but I know it's fascinating. I know that there's a lot of money to be made day trading. And I asked him, I said, how was the learning curve? And he told me straight up, he's like, dude, it was tough. He said, for the last 5 months, I've been just doing research, and I've been getting my hands wet. I've been taking the first step, doing the research, and playing the game. He said he was given like this, I believe, I might be saying this wrong, a fake currency that he can just practice with in a sense, okay, for 5 months, right? He put in the 66 days of daily thinking about it, of daily doing the research, and I don't even know if he knew this time frame, but his brain is developing a habit, and then he put in another 66 days, right? This dude has put all that time in, and now he told me, Elisha, I have actually quit my job. Stupid, it may be stupid. I'm like, dude, that's freaking sweet, man. Don't say that's stupid. Go with that. You like doing this, go with that. You've put your time in, keep going. Alright? You can fail. It's okay to fail. Man, here's another aspect of that. These prisoners of war, these mother and that have lost their families, these kids that are not eating, they're getting run down by lions and stuff, right? They don't have food for weeks. You can take a step into the unknown. You can fucking pull that collar off. Even if there's not even a collar, right? Pull that collar off. You think you're gonna get zapped by the cage. Man, this is a tough place to be, but you can handle that stress. Okay, this man has went into the unknown, diving in. He's not sure. He said, dude, I literally quit my job and I've been doing day trader for 2 weeks. And I'm scared. I asked him, I said, be honest with me, dude, are you worried? He's like, yeah, dude, it's not. It's scary. Okay? How, man, the mass of people. I'm not saying run out and just drop out of college, quit your job, okay? I want you guys to first develop the habits. This man put in the time, okay? He got to a place where he could say with some certainty he had a goal in mind to make money doing this. He had his hands wet. He did practice, okay? He developed the habit and did the research. I'm not saying just drop everything, okay? Plan, organize, prepare, then act, okay? Execute. But many of us go through life very comfortable. Okay, it's very comfortable when you have a 40-hour work week. Don't say it's not. If you work 40 hours, man, Elon Musk says that's nothing. Elon Musk like work double that. Okay, 40-hour work week is very comfortable. It allows you to get 8 hours of sleep. It allows you to go out on the weekends. It allows you to hang out and go home and do bullshit, watch TV, play video, whatever, man. Whatever you want to do, a 40-hour work week is comfortable. It provides, if it's paying for the bills and stuff, you go to work for 8 hours and then you got 16 hours to do whatever you want. Okay? It's not that hard. It's a comfortable life, especially when you know that everything is going to be paid. That you're going to be secure. You're going to be able to do the simple pleasures that are offered to you. What are some simple pleasures? Like I've been naming them. You know the simple pleasures are there so that they keep you occupied. This man said, no, okay, I'm done with that 40-hour. I'm done. I've done the research. I'm jumping in. The stress must be really great here. But you know what? He's going to be able to handle it. Dude, keep going, man. You're going to be able to handle that, okay? No matter, even if you are not making money, dude, your brain, listen, you've been in bad places, all of us. All of us have been in bad places. This too shall pass. Right? You look back and you're like, whew, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. But you didn't die. Right? You weren't being tortured in some prison cell in Afghanistan. You weren't like your house burned out. Maybe it burned out, but you weren't losing your whole fucking family. Right? Too many of us, the cage is not here. We live in these comfortable 40-hour work weeks. Right? We're caged in, man. We got a collar around our neck. For what? Rip that shit off. I'm telling myself this. I want to get so certain. I want to be certain. Right? I don't always need to be certain. Sometimes it does take faith to get up and realize, man, Texas, you put it like this, bro, in the comment. Lovely how you put it. Sometimes we just need to get up and risk being shocked. That gave me goosebumps. We need to get up and risk being shocked. Maybe that's not with quitting anything. Maybe that's with starting new stuff. Because we think that this huge, we feel like the stress is so huge. And it weighs 400 pounds. This 400-pound gorilla, man. About to just smash on us, on our little self. Our little self. Because just like a dog, man, we need to risk getting up. You decide here, man. You guys decide if it's time to get up or stay down. You know, I got a friend going to the Army. I love you, dude. Hope you do well. Kill it in there. That's not really a good thing to say, but, you know, go to the Army. That takes courage, man. It takes courage. Everyone else is telling you, you're a dumbass. You know, don't do it. Turn back. Just do something else. No, but he really wants to do this, okay? Good for you, man. I hope you give it your best. Give it your best. Step up. Be the leader, okay? Be encouraging. Bring enthusiasm to that. And step up. It must be stressful. New adventures are stressful. Building new habits is stressful. Taking a step into the unknown is very stressful. But remember, guys, that we have a tendency far too often to underestimate our brain's ability, our brain's capacity to handle stress. This man right here, contemplating my next move, contemplating that new habit, is coming up with a world of excuses, okay? A world of futuristic pain, a futuristic suffering that this future self, hopefully a lot bigger, a lot stronger, you know, hopefully, than this little rat, is making this dude suffer in his head, saying, ah, fuck, you know, not planning, not really like taking it, but more freaking out, okay? And this is a collar. This is a stone. The stress, no guys, we're able to handle this far better than we know to become this. It's fucking Superman. Look at this shit. It's a cape. Superhuman. But we have to step out. I love it. Texas. I love it, man. Sometimes we just need to get up and risk being shocked. Risk being shocked. That's a lovely way to put it. Even though we feel it, right? We feel it. We get up anyways and we risk being shocked. So guys, once we build momentum, once we get to the top of that hill, okay, the stone, what happens at the top of the hill, we're already moving, right? We just push it over. Then it becomes easier. That habit becomes so much easier. The flossing, I do it, the meditation, I sit. Okay, our brain has adapted to the stress, so now the stone is coming down the hill. Now we start back over, right? To get that new flag, go back down. We keep doing this. Guys, this is what it takes, man. People don't realize it's very difficult to be successful. It's very difficult to be awesome. It's very difficult to be an icon, to be a leader. It takes these new adventures of us getting up, of us starting something new. How many years, how many days, how many weeks, how many years, months have passed by where we are the exact same man with the exact same habits, in the exact same position, with the exact same worries. What is it, 60,000 plus worries a day of the same bullshit goes through our head on anxieties that we create? 60, I think that's the number. How many months will you deal with that? How many will you just be this like static, this static man, this static woman, in this just stagnant pool? It's easy to wallow, to bathe in that pity when you're not climbing, when you're not pushing that stone up. So I'll close here. I want you guys to find a new stressor with me, to build a new habit with me. I want you to pick one. Okay? Pick a new habit with me today. I don't know what it is. Maybe, you thought about that question a little bit longer. And there's some stuff going on in your head. There's some things you really want to do. Okay? For me, I don't know. I want you guys, please, all of you, anyone watching this video, leave a comment in the ground. Leave a comment in the box below. I want to see new habit. Write it out. My new habit is write it out. Okay? I'm going to write it out. You guys do the same. All of us join in together, man. This brotherhood. That's what I want here. That's what I want with this. I want to share, and I want to have you guys come together and us grow. There's too many young guys, too many young women, just like in that pool, bathing in that pond of filth, of stagnation. Okay, static. I want us to grow. So write down your goal. Let's see what the other kids are doing, stuff that we might have missed, stuff that these other men are doing to grow. Okay, for me, I will hold you guys to this. And I want to hold you guys. Listen, hold yourself to this by. If I fail, I will say when I fail in my videos, I will say, today I broke the chain. Today I cannot X out on my calendar. I want you guys to do the same. If you fail a day, I'm doing this talk daily, right? I'm doing a video daily. You leave a comment. I failed today. I did not do, I couldn't handle this. Whatever, man. Just be honest. And then you know what? That's okay. I'm not going to beat you up. These brothers, man, we're not going to beat each other up, right? We're on the path. No, you start again. Begin anew. Begin anew. Maybe you've realized that habit wasn't for you. Begin something new. Introduce that new stress. My habit, guys. I'm a big reader. Okay, I love to read. But as I'm looking back on the days, I believe that I can be a little bit more. I can spend a little bit more time reading. I think it's very important for me at this stage of my life. With what I want to accomplish, I think that I need to be vacuuming knowledge. Okay? Put that hose to my mouth, turn it on full force. That fire hydrant, man, of knowledge. I'm doing, man, you guys are doing keg stands. I want a fucking fire hydrant stand of knowledge. That's where I want to be. If this is you too, join me. If you see the power in this, join me. Okay? something simple. I remember in sales, the one thing we would do, they were trying to get us to develop a habit of prospecting, of getting new people. We'd have to call every day. We'd have to call every day. I don't know why they didn't send us out to like the mall to just go talk to people. That would have been so much better. Calling, man, call the same people twice. Stop calling me. Anyways, going out. If you want to get better socially, I've been trying to do this myself after reading this book. I mean, a very simple concept, but to go out every day and just talk to someone new. Maybe strike up a conversation. So I met someone today at the bookstore, right? And in my brain doesn't think like this because it didn't have this frame. I mean, in a way it did. But to see someone of massive success, Keith Ferrarza, tell me how important it is to form connections. I made such a more of an effort now to make friends, make acquaintances with random people, to just pick someone's brain for a little, see what they know, to see what they're doing in their life. What can I share with them? And I met a guy today. I was at Books A Million, and man, I love going here, dude. Invest in some books. It's a good feeling. It's worth it, an investor. So I'm standing in the aisle. He's like, "You reading any of these?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm reading all of them. I'm trying to read all of them. If I had the money, I'd buy all of them." His name was Kevin. Awesome guy. Ended up that he has his own business in like supplements. And we start talking. He gives me his business card. He introduces me to his girlfriend. I get his number. And he tells me, dude, listen, man. This guy tells me, this is the book that I got today. And this is great. Listen, we're building habits. You guys want to start with me, the same habit that I'm trying to build. Let's start with this book. Maybe you've already read it. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a book that I think you've heard plenty of people say, if you want a self-help book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, you have to read this. I have not read this. As much as I talk about being social and developing your social skills, I have not read How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I want this on the shelf. I want this on the bookshelf. I want to have this in the background. Okay? $16. I'm sure you can get it cheaper. It's worth it, man. Okay? Napoleon Hill talks about Dale Carnegie. I believe, okay, I might be wrong here, I believe Dale Carnegie taught Napoleon Hill. He was his mentor. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Very important. So guys, with the new habit, join me. Same book if you want. Let's have a book club, right? Let's have a book club. Let's read that. I'm going to read that. I give it 2 weeks. I'm going to probably talk about it sooner, but about 2 weeks. Back to Kevin at the bookstore. Immediately, he came to me. He said, I said, "Oh, can you recommend me some?" You know, he was going to say, "Can you recommend me a book?" I had got this from the shelf and just set it there because I was looking at other books, and he was like, "This one, boom, this is a great one." I'm like, "Dude, I'm getting that. I'm getting that book." Very cool. So he knows what's up, man. Guy's got his own company. And anyways, back to social, just talking to people, developing those skills, going out. I made an effort, you know, I want to just, it's okay. I could be a little bit more open. I could be a little more, not all, oh, I gotta hurry. Now remember, many people are very generous with their time. They're very generous. There's some people you need to just kind of, hello, nice to see you, and move on. There's too much low levels of consciousness, too much just bullshitting that they want to talk about, okay? But there's also a lot of people that you can get to know that can give you some valuable advice, that you can share a great moment with. Form these new connections. And guys, the practice of talking, if your goal is to be more social, to be better with women, right? Start simple. The baby steps. Start with the small stress of smiling, of saying hi, of looking at a girl, of holding eye contact. That's very important, holding eye contact. Raising your voice a little bit. Not even raising your voice, but speaking a little louder. Okay, speaking a little louder. I knew a great, I don't know him, but I was watching a video, a great, this is Tony Robbins' coach. He said that he wanted to get better at speaking, right? He wanted to get better at speaking. This is his personal trainer, but at public speaking and pronouncing words. And he actually would take a pencil, right? Baby steps is what we don't get. Baby steps. He would take a pencil, he would put it in his mouth, and he would say the words. He would say the words with a pencil in his mouth. And by doing this, it would force his tongue, his words. He would have to pronounce his words around the pencil. He would do this 10 minutes a day, read aloud. And by doing that simple thing, he developed the habit of pronouncing his words much clearer, becoming a great speaker. Okay? That simple thing you can do alone to become a better speaker. The simple things, guys, these baby steps, these new habits introduce the new stressors. So, for me, I'm going to get to it in a second, but back to the diet, or back to the small progress. Guys, like I think I said before, and I want to dropped off on this, but people want to lose 30 pounds in a week, or in a month, right? They want to see a six-pack very, very quick and take a diet pill, right? Expect a pound a week. That's much more real. That's much more, that's not too great a stress. Too great a stress, and that 400 pounds comes down on your head and crushes you, and you're this mess, and you go on to something else. That's a mistake, and too many of those ruins us. Okay? Start small. Start with a pound a week. Learn how. Learn what it takes. I believe, I'm probably wrong here. I don't know why I should know this 100%, but a pound of weight is like 3,500 calories. I hope I'm right there. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. 3,500 calories a pound. So, over a week, yeah, I'm correct. I'm correct. Over a week, 500 calories a day, if you're in a deficit of 500 calories a day, you're going to lose a pound a week. Okay? You figure out your basic metabolic rate, and then you subtract 500. So you're in a 500 deficit from it, and you're going to lose a pound a week. That's simple. But no one wants to do those first fucking steps. Okay? Make the stress even less. Lose 0.5 pounds a week, 2 pounds a month. Man. 2 pounds a month, 24 pounds a year. If you lost 24 pounds a year, people are going to start noticing. People are going to notice 48 pounds in 2 years, right? And you're going to feel a hell of a lot better with 48 pounds off your body. That's amazing, guys. It's not, right? Slow and steady. Slow and steady. What's that quote? We do it slow and steady. Make haste slowly. We get on. We build the momentum. Right? Make haste slowly. Don't just dive in. Don't just dive in. You can't even swim. And this stress is too great. I'm ingraining this in your brain, guys. Start small. Baby steps. Swing with accuracy. Not to hit the home runs. So that we can avoid the mistakes and build. Now, back to how to win friends and influence people. Join me with this. Let me look here. This book is about 250 pages. Okay. Now, if I'm on point, if I'm following my routine, let you guys know, I don't know if I'm going to exactly do it with this book every day. My new habit, okay, is 50 pages a day. And I told you I'm an avid reader. I read a lot. But I don't read, I cannot say that I read 50 pages every day. 50, and I'm pretty slow when it comes to reading. I'm a slow reader. I like to, savor. I like to think about what I read, the sentences. So I sometimes will go back and read stuff. I sometimes underline stuff so I can refer back to. So 50 pages a day, I probably do like 25, 30. I do 50 all the time, but it's not like a daily thing. So I want 50 page, that stress to become very normal to me. I want to make that a normal daily thing. That I can say, I read 50 pages today. I got 50 pages worth. 50 pages to me is a magic number in reading. I've told you before that after 50 pages, I feel this renewed energy, this renewed vigor. Like I can get up like almost a meditative state where my brain has created this new world in my head. I'm taking the author's thoughts. I'm a little bit more, that author was in a high state writing that book, and that's rubbed off on me. It's a very cool feeling. It's euphoric, and 50 pages is the magic number. It's not about time for me. Maybe you could do time. This probably will take me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Like I said, I'm a slow reader. So guys, join me. If you want to read, if you see the importance in reading, if you see, finding mentors online, and I'm going to do a video about this, my favorite books, the most helpful. I'm going to do a review about, not review, but just kind of on video my mentors, who I pay attention to, the grades, who I have a lot of respect for. If it's watching videos too, go online, watch one video from, have 2, 3, 4, have a ton of mentors, but watch one video a day from like one mentor. Okay, watch, one video, you got 2 mentors, watch a video from them, okay, and then read. I like to mix it up. The brain, it learns best, I think, when you give. We'll find out how your brain learns best. My brain learns best when I read stuff, when I take notes. My buddy says that he learns best watching videos, listen to audiobooks, okay? Whatever, find that fire hydrant, okay, and jump in, man, right? Find that fire hydrant, because too many people aren't. Too many people are staying with the same frameworks, with the same knowledge that they've had for years, with the same words, the same ways to handle stuff. Their tools, right? Their tools are very old. If you look at like your tools are rusted, not even rusted, but your tools are old. You're coming with me. You're so advanced and your tools are old. So 50 pages a day, 250 pages. I should be done in 5 days. And I'll be doing a review about this. I'm very excited, guys. Get excited to start a new habit. I'm very excited to build this habit and to finish this book. This is concrete. This is stuff, foundational stuff that we need to have. So join me for this. Stay tuned. This is coming soon. I'm gonna take a lot of notes on this book. I'm gonna hammer it out and just have this in the brain. Download this into the brain. This is foundational. So guys, I'm glad that you joined me. I hope this talk has been helpful. Remember, let's keep that time frame. 66 days. We introduce a new stress today. Pick it, man. Pick it. Write that down. Okay, I'm going to write it down right now. There's magic in writing stuff down. 50 pages.